none too warm, but it's not really cold. It's sort of a mild feeling fog. It's about 11 degrees or so, maybe a bit more on this side here. So here the sun's still showing through. I should just scurry up and turn instead of dithering about. Like here, it almost looks like you've done a time lapse or something. See this fog sort of scudding across the road. We'll go down the dale. And see, that's just amazing, isn't it? This is just begging for a time lapse. I have a camera in my pocket that can do it. The potters have been silaging. And meanwhile at this sheepy farm here, they've just been spreading muck, which is a bit late. The problem with doing a time lapse, you have to sit there and wait for it like 10 or 15 minutes. I was going somewhere else, but yeah. I was going somewhere else, but this looked so stunning. I was tempted to do like a time lapse of this, but it would. The trouble is, I'd have to sit here for 10 minutes, and I haven't got time. But that absolutely isn't what I was going to do. I was going to go to the bottom of the dale and look at some bluebells, and there's something I've been going to look at for ages. I'm not sure I won't be disappointed. There's a Quaker burial ground in a little enclosure. I didn't want to go and a lot of people about, so I've come for an evening, which is probably better anyway for photography. And I'm just hoping there might be bluebells and Quakers. Dead Quakers, obviously. Dead Quakers and live bluebells. Looks like the little shrine is more or less gone. There's mucking everywhere down here. got the silage in there. And my best fields at home are about ready, but the other half aren't. And I think at least I keep thinking another 10 days or so, and that's kind of advanced on now to 2 weeks. I'm not really sure how many cows he has here. There isn't all that many in that group. These would be the main milky herd. There's quite a lot there, isn't there? You soon get 20 if you start counting them. Got some nice grass there. Mine were a little bit, we aren't milkers at home, but they are getting a little bit tight for grass. Because normally, shortly after they go out, I go around a little bit more fertiliser to keep it going, because it's often very cold and dry as well, and that's exactly what's happened this spring. And Pitcher green. Yeah, that's how they used to do stone walling. I don't know if they still do. They're getting on a bit now, like using about as old as me, and I can still do stone walls, but I wouldn't like to be doing it for a living. That old barn seems to be leaning curiously. I'll tell you what, if anyone thinks it's a bad road to our farm, they'll try coming up here. We get occasionally get wagons being sniffy because they've got to go down about 100 yards, a bit like this at the end. Try coming down here. It's a nightmare. Bad enough with the bike. Actually, the trouble is, at this time of day, you'll get locals whizzing along in their pickup and things with some justification, assuming there won't be anyone about. So you really have to be ready to practically fall in the hedge. I don't mind because it might be me on another day doing that. And they've got the sun in their eyes, going the other way. So again, you've got to make some allowance. You know, the Chevrolets. I'm using mostly back brake down here because it's quite loose and gravelly, just where I really need to slow down, like there. I might just because I dislike coming down these roads. You can easily lose the front end, then you'll quite easily just go down. It wouldn't be disastrous, but just don't want to do it because it can hurt a bit. So you can keep your speed down. I do anyway. But coming up, I can just bomb up like, well, as fast as I dare, really. Now then, you see there's a little car park on the other side. I'm not quite sure though where this cemetery thing is in relation to a trackway on this side, which I've kind of wanted to go along a bit. Not with a bike necessarily, I just had to walk up it because it looks fascinating. There's like a real old wall and oak trees alongside it. Somewhat unusual. I might just go on a little way because I don't want to leave it where people can see it. Here we go, a slight branch to the left. That looks like that's the original track. This is really a road, is it? But it was very churned up with bikes and four-wheel drives, so they've closed it. You take a left and this is where you go to the old Quaker enclosure. So somewhat surprising, there's no headstones. The one at Castleton does have headstones. They're rather plain, quite small. But isn't it strange to think you're walking over the bodies of 114 Quakers are buried here. And they were kind of ostracised by the mainstream church, partly their own doing, but because they shunned the extravagant trappings, and they had a Quaker meeting house would be a very plain, a little chapel, literally no decorations. It's a shame people have marked that tree. Still here. I just wonder. Yeah, Nice little walk. Must be about a mile, 2 miles even, there and back. Up to the Quaker burial ground. I went a bit further than I expected. I went and carried on up. It was quite interesting. And all the bluebells and wild garlic are out. Took about 20 photos probably. Don't know what I'll do with them, but we shall see. I was trying some long exposures, and I've not really tried it with this camera before, and I was having problems. I thought I'd set it on self-timer, so there wasn't any movement. And I'd set it on something that takes 3 shots, so I couldn't work out why I kept getting the shot I wanted and then 2 more following on. And now we've got to brave the fog again. The problem is, the only problem I've had with my little walk, it was bloody cold when I set off, with the sea fog, cool and windy, so I put my sweatshirt on. Got down here and it was plenty warm enough with a t-shirt only. The murky fog's a bit more broken on this side of the hill than it will be at home, because it's 9:08, but it's only just sunset. It won't be dark. Well, it doesn't really get dark at all now, probably. I don't know whether he's selling up altogether. He sold a lot of his cattle and stuff, and maybe the sheds have been kind of tidied up. I'm imagining that someone else has the land. He may have moved out altogether and sold it, I don't know. It's like most of the farms, sheds are full of old crap and it's going into skips. Someone's put a bit of stone down in the yard. I'm surprised this has all been silage. This must be potters as well, presumably. They have a massive silage pit there. I didn't know they came right over here, but I have seen, there is some there now, some like black and white heifers. It's an absolute pea super. See, before, when I came down before, it was still sort of warmer and bright. And the ground had a bit of warmth in it, and it was keeping it off the ground, but now it's absolutely soaking. I would imagine the camera's getting wet, damp anyway. I see it on my visor. Because they're going to be trying to get in and out the half cut. Real wipe. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing really. Anyway, that's how foggy it is. It really is that foggy. There's not condensation then whether it is, but if it isn't condensed now, it still will be.